Wow, thank you all for coming at 5:40 in the evening on the busiest day of the year for us. Today I'm going to be talking about turning your contacts into communities. So how many of you out there have actually heard of Vexl and have used it? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, you are in the best place in the world to use it currently, and that's our mission, is to bring what we have here and spread it everywhere. So let's get started. So we're all familiar with what Bitcoin is. It's peer-to-peer electronic cash without the need for financial institutions or middlemen, but it's not feeling like that lately. Why are we using apps that actually feel like banks? You start them, they ask for your everything, your picture, your passport, your blood type, your shoe size, what's coming next, right? So let me talk a little bit about what Vexl is. So Vexl is a mobile app that is designed to help you peer-to-peer Bitcoin the way it was intended, peer-to-peer and without KYC. And when we built Vexl, we wanted to make something that was truly usable, that anyone could download, install, and know how to use pretty quickly. So even my parents can use Vexl if they need to. We wanted to do this because we see that when a friend comes up to you and they say, all right, I've started learning about Bitcoin, but how do I buy it? And that question is very hard to answer depending on who you are. A lot of people will tell you, well, here's my referral link, sign up, and we both get a little bit of Bitcoin. But there is a big trade-off for that. You give away your privacy. And so we built Vexl to be absolutely private by design. And that's the beauty. Is we will never store any information about you. Everything is encrypted, and you are in control of your data. We built a social network. So that's essentially what it is when people ask me what Vexl is, I always kind of refer to it as peer-to-peer Tinder. Because that's what we want you to be able to find. Vexl does not facilitate any transactions. We have no records of anything or who you're talking to. But what we want you to do is meet your friends and friends of friends. And this is, as we know, the best way to buy Bitcoin. We've all orange-pilled somebody. How many of you tell all of your people you know about Bitcoin? And you have success with getting them on Bitcoin, right? It's not that easy to convince somebody who is just learning about Bitcoin to sign up on an exchange and reveal their identity and all of this. So we wanted to build something that was truly social, that you could connect with the people you know and the people that you trust. So your network is yours. I will never see offers from people that I do not know or that my friends do not know. That's where it stops. And this is the best way to buy Bitcoin. So we had, a lot of users come to the app and say, well, what's going on? There's not a lot of offers in the marketplace, and I'm having trouble finding connections. They don't live in Prague, where Vexl is. So, you go to a country like Ireland or somewhere, and they say, hey, there's not a lot of people here using Vexl. So we wanted to kind of fix that. And if there's no contacts and if you don't have friends, well, that means there's no liquidity. And when you sign up for Vexl, yes, we ask for your phone number, but that phone number is not shared with us. Why do we ask for your phone number? Because your phone number is still the greatest web of trust in existence. There are other web of trust. There's Facebook. We all are familiar with my mom and my grandmother and everyone on there and the people that I grew up with from the time I was a kid. But phone numbers are still the thing that I give to the people that I know and I trust the most. So how do you fix that without asking people to dox themselves, right? Well, when your phone number is shared with us, it's not shared with us. We need to make that very clear. No one sees your phone number. Your phone number is hashed, and that hash is what builds out your social network to Vexl with. So how do you get started? So this is where today we are announcing and introducing clubs. If some of you have been by the booth, you've probably already heard a little bit about this. So we'll show you what it looks like. We have a BTC Prague club that is here. So you can see, we join a new club, and you'll be able to see about how many members are in the club. And we can start trading a little bit within that group. But the clubs are not open to everyone. You need to have someone to help you access them. So Who are these clubs for? Well, they are for users who are new to Bitcoin entirely and who don't have a lot of friends or contacts to help them, that they can meet or have offers. They are for privacy-conscious Bitcoiners who are, conscious about sharing their personal information, right? We get that. I am a Bitcoiner, so when someone tells me about something, I approach everything with skepticism. I doubt everything, because one of the phrases I think that we're all familiar with is do not trust, verify. And Vexl is fully open source. We are a nonprofit. We are supported through purely donations. We have grants from the Human Rights Foundation and OpenSats. So we don't want you to trust us, but we want to help you get started if you're a little bit cautious and a little bit skeptical. They're also for someone, as I said, who wants to try importing, they don't want to import their contacts, but they want to try out the app. So they're really built for local communities. They're built for onboarding family members and friends who need some training wheels. Because of course, I go to a lot of conferences. I have a lot of Bitcoiner friends. So naturally, I have a lot of people that I can trade peer-to-peer with. But not everybody has that. But what we see is a lot of us do have Bitcoin communities and meetups, and we come to conferences and events, and we want to meet and make friends. How many of you regularly attend Bitcoin meetups? Give me a show of hands. Yeah, that's pretty good. And this is something that I wish more people did, because some of the best friends that I have in this world are people that I've met in the Bitcoin community and people that I consider ride or die. We always have something to talk about, and this is where clubs kind of come in, is because if you start going to a Bitcoin meetup, maybe you're new to that meetup and they don't really have much relationship with you, so you can say, hey, I'm new here, but I'd like to kind of meet people, and you can join a club. And inside that club, you can see offers from other people who are in the club, along with your full marketplace as well. So there is no need to import your contacts. There is no need to be verified by anyone. You can just scan the club and join. But you need access to that club. So we will establish moderators and admins that can add. So those are the trusted members of that community. So when you go to a Bitcoin meetup that has a club, one of the organizers of that meetup can actually share that club with you to help you get started. So clubs are here, right? And you join the club, and you will immediately start to see offers. So clubs aren't reputation system. They are a stepping stone. Clubs are not end-all, be-all. You join the club and that's it, right? What clubs are for is to help you get started. You meet, you do a couple trades in the club, you establish trust with that individual, and then yes, you swap Vexl contacts. You trade within. You post offers that are just for that club, and you can leave anytime. And when I say leave anytime, that is the goal. The goal is to actually leave the club and open up space for someone else to join and get their boot strapped into Vexl and help them get started buying Bitcoin the way that we all know is the best way to buy Bitcoin, without KYC, without my data being connected to my Bitcoin trades. You will not see in the club. You not see who's in the club, and you won't know the counterparty unless you actually choose to reveal your identity. And that's where we come in, is Vexl is still private, it's still encrypted. It just allows a little bit more liquid for those people who are, trying to make some new Bitcoin friends. So you're no longer blind, as I said. You don't need to be in that club, and you can leave that club. But they're not just about onboarding. A lot of us have friends that are farmers who are Bitcoiners, or we have people who are coders, developers, or plumbers, or electricians, and these people also want to maybe earn Bitcoin for their services. And the way that I look at that is, of course, I would much rather hire an electrician that has 25 friends in common with me, or as a member of my Bitcoin community to help me do something so that I could pay in Bitcoin, rather than looking up someone on Google or somewhere else. So every community needs a club. We need people coming together and boosting Bitcoin circular economy so that you can trade in and out of Bitcoin when you want, or trade for goods and services. As I said before, this is not wide open to everyone. We are probably, some of you are familiar with Telegram groups where you have a good peer-to-peer community and then the wrong person gets added and it becomes Spamville. That is not what this is. So today, we are announcing that we have clubs available. If you have a Bitcoin community or if you have a meetup, that is who we want to support, is Bitcoin education. We want to help people learn that they do not need to give their personal data to buy Bitcoin. So at BTC Prague, if you haven't already joined the club, you can stop by our booth because we are limiting it to 100 people. Every 2 hours at the Vexl booth, we will have a little gathering where people can actually join the club. And then around the conference, there are people wearing shirts like I have on. And these are Vexl champions. So you can connect with them, and they can also help you get access. So if you see someone wearing a shirt with the golden glasses on it, that could also be your ticket into the club after a friendly conversation. You can get that voucher. You can trade that voucher that you will get from the champions and have a little bit of free sats to take home with you. And there is a little bit of merch that could be involved. You might get one of these T-shirts yourself and help us be a champion for us as well. So if you don't have Vexl yet, you can scan this QR code and you can start downloading it. We had a huge announcement on the main stage today at 3 o'clock. I don't know if any of you saw it, but it absolutely blew me away. I've never been more proud of my CEO, Leia. And we have options for those using iOS who don't want to install TestFlight, who are living in the EU. You can now download Vexl through the Freedom Store. If you want to learn more about that as well, stop by our booth. I will be there all day tomorrow, so if you want to have questions, and for me, if you want to chat with me, maybe you can get my contact even, which will help you open up your network as well. So I want to thank everybody. I know it's late. Thank you all for coming. I hope to see all of you tomorrow, all day. Please come find me and enjoy the city that I live in now for 15 years. This is the greatest city in the world, so I hope you're all having a good time. Thank you all.
Secure your BTC Prague 2026 ticket at the lowest possible price now.